Hey Blunder,
Yes, Bungle?
have you read it?
No. Read it to me.
Here we go.
Hi.
Welcome back, everybody.
To another episode of Have You Read It?
And today's story, once again, comes from the Am I the A subreddit. And today we're reading a Reddit post by the user, Optimal Contract 700.
Ooh, good name. Good name.
The OP asks, am I the A
Oh.
for telling my sister-in-law to stop reminding my mom about my brother's birthday?
Well, right off the bat, I'm kind of like, yeah, you the A, but let's hear what's going on. You never know. She could be the A. We don't know.
But let's find out.
Yeah, let's go for it.
My brother,
Mm-hmm.
Caleb, has a birthday in a few days. Caleb is the thirdest oldest in my family, counting half-siblings. I am the ninth. Big
Wow.
family.
It's a big family, my word.
Growing up, our tyrannical father left when we were young, and my mom was barely able to keep a roof over our heads. Apparently, many times before the incident I'm about to explain, she forgot, quote unquote,
Forgot.
Caleb. But I don't remember any of those, and some of my other siblings deny that and have specific memories that show the opposite. When I was 15, our house burnt down, and Caleb moved in with his girlfriend, now wife.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
I would imagine that's probably sister-in-law.
Yeah.
A few months later was his birthday, and our mom forgot to call him.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, he abandoned our family and didn't help her with bills at all from
No.
his job like my other siblings were.
Okay, why do I get these feelings of parentification? Older siblings raising
Yeah.
younger siblings because, parents can't stop having gosh darn children, and so the older kids just think of the Duggars, but keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, that is
Oh
an
my
awful
gosh.
lot of kids, and right off the bat, she seems to
man.
kind of be holding a grudge against him because other adult siblings were contributing to the household, but he wasn't.
Yeah, I know, but you're allowed to live your own life. Whatever. I'm already not liking this OP. Let's keep going, Bongo. Then I'm like, oh, this wine.
She was literally living in her oldest child's basement while taking care of 6 underage children.
And whose choice was that to have 6 kids? Just throwing that out there. Keep going. I'm just saying.
My sister-in-law, Teresa, has never let her forget it. I didn't even know this was happening until last year, but for the past decade, Teresa has unfaringly texted my mom a few days beforehand to remind her of Caleb's birthday. Every time, this brings my mom so much heartache and feelings of guilt and brings her back to extremely traumatic and triggering times in her life.
Okay.
I only found out last year because she got the text when I was with her and she started crying.
I think that's a little guilt on the mom's part. OP doesn't realize the severity since she was so young, but...
I mean, what mother wouldn't feel guilty about forgetting their child's birthday?
I think on top of that as well, there's more going on in the situation than just the birthday kind of a thing.
Once again, this year, I was with her when she got the text. She literally started sobbing and apologizing to me, asking if she was truly such a terrible mom, etc. I, of course, told her no, she was an amazing mom to me. I felt like this has gotten ridiculous. Then I got on my phone and called Teresa and told her she needs to stop doing this.
Oh, no.
Teresa got mad at me
Yep.
and started saying my mom was X, Y, Z, and she was trying to keep Caleb from being hurt. I asked her to explain to me one way Caleb has been hurt recently, and she kept saying there were things that were none of my business.
Damn straight.
There was only one example she gave of a childhood neighbor dying and my mom not telling him, which was a lie because my mom had forwarded him all the church emails. He also hadn't talked to this person in years.
Still, I mean,
I mean, that's if you're a friend from childhood passes away, I feel like that's worth more than an email.
I would think so too. You may not be as close, but that's a phone call, or like, hey, can you come over? I need to talk to you about something.
Or like in the very least, hey, this just happened, and,
Yeah.
and even if it's been
I'll
a
be
long
there
time,
for you.
you should probably I want to make sure you're aware that this happened.
Yeah.
You know, something more than, oh, here's the email from church, because how many people read newsletters from church?
I know, right? And like, let's be honest, like I've been in a situation like that I found out a relative had passed away and my whole family knew about it and just told me like a month later. And I was just like, you know, it would have been nice to know in the moment. I didn't like this person, but it still would have been nice to know in the moment.
Well, then today, I go over to Caleb's house to pick up some stuff, and he makes a big deal saying that I was mean to Teresa and that I can't come around for a while.
Yep.
I explained the situation and how upset Mom was, and he said it didn't matter.
That's right.
This really hurts me because I use their house to get internet in order to do my college work. We'll be starting soon.
Boy, talking about biting the hand that feeds you. Welcome to adulthood, OP.
So now
We're not
he's
feeling bad for this,
punishing
OP.
me for Teresa's allegations about my mom. I would also point out Teresa has never given my mom a chance to prove she remembers, so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That is not what a self-fulfilling prophecy is.
Am I the A?
Oh my gosh, where do we even start, Bungle? Oh my
God,
word.
oh my God.
Let me give you words of wisdom from my many years on this planet. Optimal Contract 700. You are the asshole. You are totally the asshole. You're a big, flaming, inflamed asshole. Butthole. Whatever you want to say. You are. Because let me tell you what. One, your mother had a lot of kids, and that's okay. It's all right to have a lot of children, but when you're a single mother like that, and you have so many kids, you do have a lot of the time parentification going on and not really paying attention to the older ones. And it sounds like Caleb, her older brother, is one of the older ones. And not only that, when she was so young when all this family drama was going on, the older one, Caleb especially, saw a lot of the things that were going on, and for his own, whatever reason it be, mental health, anything like of that sort, removed himself from the situation, which it's not his job to raise his siblings and contribute to his mother's household. When you're looking at something in a younger eyes, you're not seeing everything going on. You're just seeing this through a filter of a child. So their lives could have been far worse than it actually was. And he got tired and he's like, I gotta go. And then when he left, guess what? Mom forgot his birthday. My mother and my dad have each forgotten my birthday before. And let me tell you, I never let my mother forget it. I didn't. And that's really wrong of me, and I feel bad about that. Was Teresa, her sister-in-law, being like, oh, like a little jab? Or was she honestly reminded, don't forget your son's birthday? Just FYI, it's coming up. And I think that's kind of sweet that she's giving her, I mean, she's got 9 kids. It's kind of hard to remember everyone's birthday anyways. I mean, my mom had 3, and she would always call me by my little sister's name. Once she called my sister by the dog's name. So it's hard to remember these things. So any little helpful reminder. And one more thing, and I'm so sorry to keep interrupting you because I see you're like, I'm ready to pounce. The mother breaking down crying for me is a sign that she knows that she made mistakes with her kids. And even though OP doesn't see it, the older ones know. So I think there's a lot more to the story that the OP is just not aware of. And I think so yeah, I'm just like, sorry, OP, you're totally in the wrong. And definitely for attacking your sister-in-law, that was not cool. Not cool. I'm
not gonna jump out and say that this is the biggest gaping, winking asshole I've ever seen in my life.
No. It's like a light. No, not even a light. I wouldn't say a light, but...
No, it's probably a little more than a light. Here's the thing that really got me at the end. More than this entire story, being upset that you're losing your internet access. That's what's really got you upset.
Got her panties in a twist. It's
see,
like,
this is a sign, and this is what I'm going to say. This is a sign that you are the youngest child and have no idea what your siblings have gone through.
Absolutely.
You
preach, Bungle.
You have the youngest child syndrome.
Yeah.
You got all this attention from mom. in your perspective, mom was perfect. Mom was there. Mom was there for all your events.
Yes.
And the reason that she was able to be there for everything is because of the work your older siblings put into this.
Ooh, that's us reading between the lines. Oh, and you're totally, absolutely correct.
Your experience with mom is completely different than your siblings' experience with mom. Does that mean that your mom's a horrible person?
No.
Absolutely not. But I think it's really important to keep in mind your siblings had to contribute much more to the parental household than you ever did.
Can we also just point out, like, a little thing that I think, and you might disagree with me, just Bungle, just a little bit, but I'm like, frankly, is it the OP's any of her business anyways, what her brother's relationship is with her mother? Frankly, to me, I think you can be like, oh, I think that's unfortunate and stuff, but like you said, different experiences, older kids versus younger kids. And if he holds resentment with his mother and it's affecting his relationship with her, that's his business that he has to work out with his mother. Frickin' stay out of it.
The one disagreement that I'll have to that is OP feels that it involved her because it happened in front of her. So in this sense, I'm
Via
like,
text.
I mean, she saw her mother break down.
Okay.
So anybody who sees their beloved parental figure break down in tears is going to get defensive. And this is the one bit that I'll say makes me feel like they're not a huge awful asshole in this whole situation. Like I will say you're the asshole for not seeing both sides of what's going on.
Okay.
But where this stems from is your defense of your mother that you love. And that is the only reason that I'm giving you just a slight go pass here, because I see at least that part you're doing this out of love, and I appreciate that.
I mean, yeah, she's defending her mother and her family.
Injecting yourself into this without trying to understand both sides of the situation, because you should have love for both your brother and your mother, and both sides are important. And you're immediately being accusatory rather than mediative.
Yes.
And that is what's making you the A today.
So would you say like a light you're the A, or just full on you're the A?
I'm gonna say you're the A. You've got good reasons where you're coming from.
Sure.
And you also have good reasons that it's like you're both young and the youngest in the family, and this is why there's a lot of things here that you aren't taking into consideration.
Yeah.
But as you grow, these are things you need to start thinking about, because otherwise the amount of ass that you are is going to grow and grow and grow, and you do not want to grow that ass any more than it already is.
Go out, buy yourself a little preparation H, stick it on that inflamed A, and then wipe this off. all these references, I'm starting to gross myself out. Just clean it now. Just fix it now. Stay out of it. It's between your mom and your brother. It is, you're the A. Okay, judgment. You're the A for me. Sounds like for you as well.
Yeah.
You can still turn this around. You can still fix this. For me, stay out of it. Just stay out of it. It's between your mom and her son. You made some very valid, good points. Experiences are different. Perceptions are different. And you can't fault somebody for having a different perception of how their life was.
And in the very, very least, do yourself and your brother a favor and actually get to know him and his perspective of what it was like growing up, because I guarantee you it is completely different than what your perspective of growing up was.
Absolutely. And apologize to your sister-in-law. I'm like, you owe your sister-in-law an apology. That was a good one. I like that one. So hey, Bungle.
Yes, Blunder.
We've read it.
We read it.
We read it. And you know what on this one? Ouch. OP, Optimal Contract 700. You are the A in our opinion with Blunder and Bungle. Sorry. Oh, let's hope you learn this from this experience. If you like this new little segment of ours, please like, subscribe, and hit that wee little tiny notification button so it lets you know when we post a new video. And on that note, I'm Blunder.
And I'm Bungle. Thank you so much for joining us today. And till the next time, everybody.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, see, you're really nice. I think she needs a lot of preparation H. You're like, just a light preparation H.
I mean, I just feel that she's young enough to learn and move on.
Oh my gosh. Wow. punch her in the face.